And welcome. Oh boy, it has been a morning, but I am so happy to be here, happy to be playing. I love some goblins, I love some Pathfinder, and that's exactly what we're doing. This is the second half of our Doug crew, our Dungeoneering Union of Gobbos, the creatures underappreciated that help to clean out dungeons, they take care of the beasties, they relight the torches, they do all of the things that adventurers just take for granted. Some quick announcements before we get into it too much. Tomorrow, we're actually not going to have a stream. Taking the day off for some early Valentine's Day plans. So, yeah. But Sunday, we have a game of Lancer, which I am so stoked for. I love mechs. I love a post-apocalyptic. It's just going to be awesome. And then next week, it's just a rinse and repeat of what we had this week. Have some more Locusts, where you will see the lovely Holly again. Sorry, Scum and Villainy, and what is meant,
Fine.
where you see the lovely Holly. We have some Locusts. If you love horror games, absolutely come check that out. It is so good. Yeah, and then we have more Pathfinder, more Scum and Villainy next Sunday, and just come check out everything, all of it. Just come watch it all. If you like what we do have a Discord where we do all of our casting calls, where we post all of our nerdy stuff, where we chat, where we hang out, where we do game nights, all that fun stuff. You can click that link below, the button that says Discord. I hope that works. If it doesn't, let us know, because it wouldn't be the first, second, or third thing that I have found broken this morning. But it's okay, we're going now. Anyways, because I'm a monster, and I like to go counterclockwise. And of course, Holly is just always in that position, somehow.
No,
You are not even Cam 1 right now, but you are still in...
that's fine. It is what it is.
You want to just let us know who you're playing today?
Okay, yes. I'm actually playing Minnow. She goes by Min or Minnie. And she is she, they pronouns, and she is a snow goblin. So she's actually like light blue skin.
Heck yeah. And down to Kane.
Greetings.
Hello.
Tonight I'm going to be playing Iggy, old wizened goblin investigator. It's just he likes trying to nitpick everything.
As you
He's got
do.
a pretty hard head.
And a lovely magnifying glass.
Very lovely magnifying glass.
Alright. Down to Tommy.
Down to Tommy. Hey, that's me. My name is Tommy. I have a YouTube channel called Black Dragon Gaming where I do entirely too much Paizo stuff forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you for the last minute invite / opportunity to fill the spot for people who dropped when Forever GM becomes the mantle you wear every day. You forget how fun it is to have dumb goblin memes with your friends. So always happy to come show up. Today I am playing Chop Chop Goblin Damphir, champion of Lamashtu. Words are hard with the martial archetype, so I'm going to be screaming intimidate checks at the top of my lungs and then feeding them to the monsters that we probably keep in the dungeon, which are incredibly adorable. Why wouldn't they be? And don't look at me funny as I'm petting the insert terrifying high-level thing that won't immediately kill and eat and force me to reroll here.
Totally.
Don't do it, Hoop.
Alright. Kaylee.
I'm Kaylee. You can find me on Twitter at Bruce Kaylee, where I post a lot about 5 East and other TTRPG funness. Um, we'll be playing Grenkin, the goblin trap mechanic, who is actually a fighter because she likes to apply concussive maintenance.
Love it. And last but not least, Jackie.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I also have a Twitter where I mostly retweet stuff and occasionally post a bad take or two. And I'm gonna be playing Paper. Paper is a lore master that works at a library, surprisingly enough for a goblin. And is also a part-time barbarian to de-stress from work, to hit things with a really big axe.
There we go. Sorry, my window is making it look like I live in a cave. I don't. I have light in my house, I promise.
I have light in my cave, I promise.
It's natural light, but
Oh,
There's a very small hole on top of the cave that has a slight ray of light.
Yeah.
Promise.
Stalagmites aren't good enough for you anymore?
let me know if the music is too loud, too soft, and I will adjust. But we will jump into this with me actually asking if you have a team name, or if you are just Doug Crew number 2.
We're probably DUG local. How high can you guys count?
54.
At least a
Wow.
10.
Double
Right.
digits.
Just as a one syllable something in Abyssal, does anyone speak it?
I don't.
I like to think I can count pretty high.
For that number. Yep. Doug, local.
Team that number. Got it.
42.
So, as your kind of shared living space with other goblin teams, I imagine you're all probably pretty new to the whole union itself. Maybe some of you have been out on jobs before, maybe some of you are brand new to the experience. But either way, the 5 of you have been grouped together, and on this lovely, lovely morning, you are to be issued your first official job as a team. Which one of you do you think would go and receive your assignment?
Well, as I am a union representative, I'm gonna take my smaller wrench, and I'm just going to find a metal pot and go bang 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 bang. Giddy! And
Sounds like a good plan for me.
hey, everybody! The floof is the DM now. Tell us your retro
Look at me.
feeling,
I am the DM now.
Oh, there's a cat. Excellent.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to the boss. Anybody want to come with?
I can come.
Chop Chop lowers the visor of his helm now that you're not banging things very loudly, stands up and just kind of silently falls in behind, saying nothing. It's obvious he'd like to feel important, but doesn't really have anything to say in this instance.
Fair enough.
Just off. All right. Let's go.
I had shuffle on.
We talk to the union reps, roll for initiative.
Yeah, please don't play combat music randomly. It gives the players
Right.
anxiety.
Is that not the point?
Yeah.
So yeah,
We roll to take a strike.
see,
That's what my character sheet means, right?
all of the other groups have all kind of gathered around the main meeting area. Each group individually is called off, given their assignments, one after the other, till most of them are gone. And then the hobgoblin in charge just looks at the five of you. A deep sigh. And then holds out a small pack of papers folded into an envelope.
What's this, Frank?
Your new assignment. Congrats. It's... Have fun.
I ever do to you, Frank?
He just gives that big toothy hobgoblin grin. And then moves on, calling off the next group, handing out more assignments.
Shall we
He
open
takes-
this here or go back to the others?
Just open it.
Tiggy takes it and
Yeah.
opens it.
I imagine Tiggy is probably the best reader in the group.
It's like,
Yeah.
sit back, I have an
got no idea
education.
what you said.
Paper is a librarian.
Chop
Why is
chop
there
is-
there's these weird squiggles?
Chop Chop is
I don't
openly
know
appalled at
why.
the concept of people reading things, but says nothing and lowers the visor of their helmet with the nose
Yeah,
indeed as
you,
at the front.
I will go. Brenkin will hand it over to Tiggy, and you notice that she had in fact been holding it upside down the whole time.
On brand. So, your assignment is a nice little crypt known as the Devilwood Catacombs. It used to be under the control of a fairly powerful lich that ruled in the area, but once the lich was slain by adventurers, the catacomb just kind of fell into disuse, and the Dungeoneering Union of Gobbos, took over. They brought new life to the dungeon, and now it is under your maintenance.
Sounds quaint.
By new life, you can drop monsters into it.
Sorry, new unlife, that would have been.
Sounds quaint.
Makes sense.
Since you can't expect to find wayward spirits that are just drawn to that place that need to be cleared out, otherwise they'll just absolutely swarm it. Kind of like rats. You just gotta clear them out, they'll come back, but, you know, what can you do?
Scabs.
It's a cleaning crew.
You have a number of traps to reset.
Okay.
There is a small maze down at the bottom of the catacombs. And you just have to check to make sure that the teleportation sigil is still active, and that the... Oh, you have a name. The dragon that lives down there, whose name that I will tell you as soon as I find it. Just make sure that
Okay.
he's doing good, and, you know, get him whatever he needs. He's a dragon.
Make sure the dragon's all nice and good.
Grimberdeer
Ghosts.
the Insane. That was it. And I'll absolutely spell that for you.
I should probably
The insane.
search
I
it.
hope that's just because he
Right.
like, really,
I
really
heard he
likes.
does great parties. The parties are insane, so he got called the Insane.
Yeah.
We can hope that.
You know, you heard about those dungeon raves? Yeah.
Don't think I have, but I'll take a
He
roll on it.
started it.
I don't think I've
That
heard
is
of
not my dubious knowledge feat coming into play.
There we go.
Oh God.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Oh,
And yeah, can you spell that for us?
I put it. Oh, you're not in. Are you in Foundry? It's in Foundry.
Kind of, but I'm not looking at it.
I can also.
I'll put it in. I can do it in
Oh,
like
okay.
Zoom or something.
Oh God. Was there a sale on consonants or something?
That's a big word.
Yeah, I only
Surprised you
went
know
to
it.
Scrabble title once. Can't read, but you know.
All right. Well, you all do have the rest of the morning to prepare. Any last-minute items that you need to pick up, any potions, that would be your opportunity. And then you're welcome to head off.
Valid.
Is part of our auspices, I assume, is to clean out the bodies, so don't freak out the measures.
If you
Gonna grab
do,
a couple body bags.
if you find adventurer bodies, what you do with them is your discretion. If you find any adventurer loot, it is yours to keep. Any gold or treasure, jewelry, anything like that, half of that goes to the Union, half of that is for you all to keep. And other than that, just have fun with it. Try not to die.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself like 3 lesser healing potions. Why not?
Okay.
If
Also, I am imagining now a lich with a world's best boss mook.
I can see that. Alright. There's nothing else. Everyone is all set to go.
I only have 2 gold left. I don't think I can afford anything.
Yeah, same. I'm just quickly flipping through, but I shouldn't have anything that holds us up.
Yeah.
If you find anything, you can always just shoot me a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will buy ghost salts if they exist in this system and are cheap. Otherwise, nothing changes.
You guys can't. It says is Grankin? No. Whose token is missing?
Me.
Oh, geez, that's 200
I
gold.
got
Oh,
it.
I'm in 180. Never mind. I lied.
GM, do I have my messenger crystal?
Messenger crystal. What is that?
Yeah, so I can contact the boss should things go south.
Oh no, if things go south and you guys just don't return, they assume you're dead.
Yeah. One moment. I'm shooting you a whisper.
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have that messenger crystal,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. I also make sure because unlike the rest of these newbies, I am a longer standing member. I do make sure to pack my novelty mithril waffle iron.
As you need it.
What if there is a waffle emergency?
With that, we'll depart from the goblin encampment, heading towards the Devilwoods. And on your first half of your travel, as the in total travel time is probably going to take you about 4 days. For the first 2 days of travel, would one of you like to roll me a d8,
I'll
Volunteer as tribute.
please?
Get that cursed roll.
Here we go. 2. Okay. As you
Oh, yeah,
traveling through the
that's
first
it.
day, it passes by without much issue. The second day, however, it's probably about noon by the time you come across a handful of human guards, which you can hear their conversation as they are loudly talking and joking. And you see one of them just going from tree to tree along this road, nailing up posters. One of them
Well,
does
we're on
turn
with
to
the business.
one of them does turn to look at all of you, say anything or wave or even really acknowledge you much. He does like tap the others and see all of them now just turned and watching you.
Paper gives the single most awkward wave that they have ever seen.
I give the most intentionally like passive aggressive wave, like
Okay.
Rankin just gives them a big old goblin smile, showing all her remaining teeth in their wonderful pointedness. And she is absolutely, by the way, loaded down with gear. You see a step ladder, a periscope, multiple screwdrivers, um, and 2 giant ass wrenches. One that looks like you'd have to use 2 hands to hold it.
Oh, they're much more manageable. I will give
Oh,
all
wait,
of you the option. If you think you're being aggressive and mean in this encounter, you can roll intimidation. If you feel like you're being friendly and outgoing, you can roll diplomacy.
hey, diplomacy, I have that. Also,
Good on
my
that.
token isn't showing up for some reason, but whatever. Oop.
I have a plus 10 to diplomacy, so
Diplomacy it is. I feel like Chop Chop says literally nothing, and that's his diplomacy check.
how do you roll? You just click on it.
so yeah, that's a 21.
Yeah, if you go into your skills,
Proficiency.
proficiencies,
Exact.
and then just click on the applicable.
Just click on the name. Stuff like that.
It is totally not letting me do anything.
Make sure that you have access.
I mean, I think I do.
Good. When you open the sheets, see the proficiencies button there on the top? Like a open hand.
Probably, yeah.
It's between the one that looks like a hammer and the one that looks like a metal.
Okay.
Click on that, it should bring up acrobatics, athletics, deception, all of
Okay.
it. Then click either intimidation or diplomacy, whichever one you feel fits.
Okay. And then it just does that on its own.
Should. I hope.
Yeah, right. Nope. But that's okay. I mean, it's just a +1 either way, I think.
Sure why.
Either.
If you click on your token, click on Minnow there on like the top of the screen under. Should see like a whole bunch of buttons up here in like the top left.
Mm-hmm.
Go to skills. Be able to also roll it that way.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
It's fine.
Mm.
Pathfinder has a lot going in the character sheet, so it's fine.
still just not letting you roll?
Nothing.
So
I don't
weird.
understand it. I know. I can't even like.
Try refreshing.
Yeah.
I roll.
That's fine for now.
Okay. The majority pass. As you just strolling on by, some of you smiling, some of you just glaring, some of you giving them that look of what? Do something. But they...
Are there any drawings on the pictures, or is it just more of them funny squiggles?
There is vaguely the shape of a dwarf. It's hard to make up too many details unless you want to go just rip one off the tree.
He will, grab one.
Uh-oh.
No.
I mean, I got it to roll though.
I'm also gonna go ahead and pluck one out from a tree if I can reach it.
Oh yeah, it might have to jump a little, but it should be fun. Because today's a no bones day, we also may have lost Kaylee.
No.
No.
Good. I hope so. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can.
What was that? Can you say again? Damn, that joke didn't land as well as I thought it would. Thank you.
There's a fairly ugly looking dwarf, just a big long beard, by the name of Baragir Greatcoat. There is a 200 gold bounty on this dwarf.
Can I try to use Lore Master lore to try and see if I've heard anything about
Absolutely. Go for it.
dwarf? Let's go.
Can I make some sort of roll using my dubious knowledge feat?
What does dubious knowledge cover?
Dubious
Any skill.
knowledge. You're a treasure trove of information, but not all of it comes from reputable sources. Oh, it covers a recall knowledge check using any skill.
You fail, but not critically fail. Okay. Yeah, make a society check.
Okay. Once this has been translated for me, I assume. That's a 13.
I mean, the gray coat dwarves are known kind of around the region. Very much mercenaries, thieves, brigands. Generally not the kind of people that goblins would want to interact with, for fear of being murdered, or having all of your valuable loot stolen, or just being associated with, awful, awful dwarves.
A good thing I refused that Facebook request.
Goblin book.
Gobble book, yeah.
True.
Okay. If you are all content to simply walk past, then they make no motion to stop you, and they just watch you go. When you're a good, 20, 30 feet away, they continue their conversation, loudly talking and joking and laughing and going back to nailing posters to trees.
I'll keep one of the posters just in case.
Gotcha. Second half of the travel. Someone else would like to roll a D8.
I will offer.
Go for it.
Boop.
Nope, that's the first half. Second half.
Huh?
Nothing. I was pulling up the correct chart.
Alright.
This time, the rest for the evening gets started early in the next day. A good 12, 13 hours into the travel as the sun has fully come up and started its descent. Hear the phantom sounds of what most of you would probably recognize as being from a forge. That sound of metal striking metal, the smell of heat and ash and hot forged iron and steel. But see no indication that there is any smithy near.
You
You
guys
smell
smell
that?
that? Hey.
Jinx.
Grenkin will check her armpits.
Not you.
And that's a relief.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's. Is it up ahead of us? I'm assuming.
It should be. I mean, with the sounds and the smell, it should be right here, but there's just nothing.
Let me also put the clumsy condition on myself before I forget that I have it during combat.
Have it. You're good.
Yeah.
Anyone like to do anything?
I would like to see. I mean, I don't know what that would be though. I want to see if there's like any magic, or can I like use something like one of my actions to like hunt somebody? I can probably do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just you have perception if you just want to scan the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose this feels religion-y enough. Can I attempt to recall knowledge with a religion check?
Sure. Go for it.
Oh,
Ghosts and things.
A 29.
I got a 29.
Can I also try to use Lore Master for this one?
Sure.
Can I?
I'm gonna
can
be
I do
I'm gonna be
engineering
milking that
check?
that lore
See if I can
dry.
figure out where someone
Yes.
would be keeping an invisible forge.
Uh, I did not hear any that you kind of cut out. What'd you say?
Can I use engineering to see if I can
Ooh.
figure out the location of an invisible forge?
Go for it.
'Cause this sounds like an engineering problem to me. 27.
Beautifully done.
Oh,
We'll start with paper. We'll go from the lowest up. This definitely feels magical. Whatever you're sensing, whatever you're trying to recall of just phantom forging sounds, that specifically doesn't really strike anything. But there are areas where, like, people used to live, people used to work, and then something very bad happened and like wiped them out, where their spirits will still remain, where their essence just kind of continues to live on in a cycle of repeat of what they were doing before. Which would basically be the same answer I would give to Chop Chop of, spirits continuing to reside. But for the two of you that rolled above the 25, you can, as you're walking, start to feel the area get just a bit colder. The point where you can start to see your breath, and you are feeling that whatever this is, you're able to track down the center point of it. It just feels cold, it feels empty, and whatever this is where it's originating from.
broad daylight out,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah. It's a bit odd, don't you think? And I like blow my breath.
Question is it our problem? I mean, I thought it might be an engineering problem, like it might be, invisible. But,
I mean, might
no,
be our
this is
problem.
just dead people.
Well,
I think we should
I
just
guess you're
keep
right.
going.
it's probably
Not our
related to
job.
what we're supposed to do, right?
No, we're not getting paid for this.
Oh.
And you know the union stance on non non-union adventuring.
Like,
They would
how,
not draw dealers' bills.
Who knows? We might find some gold.
how close
Low
is
chance,
this
but-
location?
From Minnow and Grenkin's kind of exploration of the area, it's not far off the main road. Maybe a good 20 feet off towards the woods, and then just a dead cold spot. A center of this haunt.
How close is this location to the location that of the dungeon we're clearing out?
Oh, you guys are still maybe a day out?
Well, we better get going. But a paper, you can do the squiggles, right?
Yep.
Why don't you put up one of them signs? Let people know creepy dead people are over there.
I'll try. And I'm gonna do just that.
Or paper?
Oh well.
Other than setting up a warning for any possible travelers, anything else?
I just write in big letters, warning, dead people.
Somehow a warning and a threat at the same time.
Exactly.
Anyone else?
You sure that's clear enough?
I mean, if I read that, I'd be sure to stay away.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for this. I don't want to be a scout. This could be someone
Paper just
else's
shrugs.
Tiggy just lights his cigar and nods and walks off.
I feel like chop chop when it's not there's an immediate bad thing happening is just kind of a grunt nod farther down.
Okay. Well, continue walking on. There's that cold presence that slowly dissipates. Further away you get, the warmer you start to get. You no longer see your breath. You're returned to a comfortable warmth, being this time of year. And whatever that was, hopefully whoever comes through next doesn't fall victim to it.
sign. My conscience is
Not our
clear.
problem?
Just a bunch of people minding our own business.
Above our pay grade.
Yep.
It's a true story.
Yeah, I'm no priest or anything. No.
All right. So, the last day of travel coming to a close. Well, set up your individual sleeping spots, set up your campsite, knowing that first thing in the morning will be arriving. The Devilwood Catacombs.
In the morning, I would like to make waffles.
Morning, I'm making waffles.
I'm making waffles.
Don't sue us, Pixar.
I mean, that's so much PR for the Lost Caravan. Please sue them, Pixar.
I mean,
All publicity.
But is the
Publicity.
PR worth it though?
Clicks, clicks, clicks.
I mean, you're kind of right. That would kind of blow up. But anyways, following morning comes around. We'll have your waffles. I'll pack up your gear. And it's not but maybe an hour or two later, you come to the first site of the Devilwood Catacombs, a sprawling graveyard. Most of it long since abandoned, left to despair, left for nature to just take over. There are just dozens upon dozens of headstones and grave plots that have been reclaimed by vines, by moss, that have just broken or been whittled down and carved away from wind and wear and tear. But nearing the center of all of these dozens of grave sites is a small ring of trees and vegetation that surround one tall catacomb, one burial site that was kept in the center and away from the rest.
Does our contract cover the grounds as well, or is it just the catacomb itself?
Just the catacomb.
All right, I will take out my hedge trimmers and, cut some of the vines on our way in. Make sure that the path is fairly clear.
Chop Chop will use his hedge trimmers as well. By that I mean his falchion.
Okay. Tiggy, Paper, they're kind of cutting through a path for you. Anything you guys like to do?
Tiggy's gonna be actively keeping an eye out for anything that's odd or maybe traps that haven't been set off.
Okay.
And Paper's also gonna do exactly that, but a lot more casually. Just walking along, and if I spot a trap, I spot a trap.
I'm just being very careful.
Would the
But I'm
three of
following
you like to make a perception check for me?
Oh no.
That's a 27 from me.
Of course, the investigator's just on point today. Yeah.
Excuse me?
See that under my skills here. Perception.
Three of you. Keeping an eye, keeping an ear out, just listening and knowing that this place is supposedly infested by just wandering undead. You can see movement ahead of you as this path is being cleared of just very thin, gaunt, humanoid figures that are watching you and slowly spreading out in the center of the graveyard.
Paper starts to zone out. I'll be right back.
Don't like the look of that.
Someone point this out to us, or?
I mean, I didn't roll very high, so I assume it wouldn't be me. Or is it all of us?
Probably Tiggy, as
Yeah.
the 13 is.
Just
Tiggy
walking.
gets out fancy looking kit.
I don't even
Like,
see perception on my list of skills, so that just tells you where I'm at.
Gets out a fancy looking cane, unscrews it, starts to pull his sword out.
Fancy
Being
gentleman.
surrounded.
Okay.
Being surrounded, look sharp.
Now with them pointed out, the rest of you look and you can see one of them just slowly crawling out from the side of a statue that rests here in the middle of this overgrowth. others of them spreading out, surrounding, or attempting to surround you at the very least. But thanks to your investigator, got them mid-ambush. Now, before I throw us into initiative, is there anything that anyone would like to do since have the upper hand in the moment?
You know what? I would like to try and give them a job offer.
Sure, what are you shouting out?
Hey, scabs! Want a legitimate job doing this?
Okay.
As they are doing that, I'm gonna real quick. I presume it's religion to recall knowledge about the things that are circling us.
They do seem to be undead, yeah.
Okie dokie.
I'm back.
What the heck are they? God.
They kind of look like zombies.
Kinda.
Yep, scabs,
it is,
alright. Time to go chopping.
Whatever it is, when in doubt, Lore Master Lore.
Go for it.
I definitely have my bow out. Like,
Alright, so can I make a diplomacy check for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Or would that be intimidation since I started with hey, scabs?
nice.
They have no clue what that means. Go with intimidation. Or, diplomacy, I mean.
Like,
22. A scab is someone who crosses the union line. So they are non-union personnel on a union site.
I get what you're saying.
So like a scab on a wound.
Paper. These are ghasts. They are foul-smelling, ever-hungry, constantly consuming undead that focus really on nothing but pursuing prey and kill.
Paper just says, right, these are gas.
I would like to take this time to throw a bottle of Alchemist's Fire at the ghasts, please.
Absolutely. You roll that attack, and then I will get us moved over and into it. As Grankin,
Alright.
your call out to offer them a job is met with a very confused but very hungry hiss.
How do I do this? What's going on?
And scabs.
Here we go.
A natural 20. Okay.
Nice. Starting off strong.
That's a crit. So you just double everything.
That is critical.
Okay.
Good sir, that is 32
Starting
points
off
of
a
damage.
bit strong.
As it hisses out at you, it is just the sound of a whistling bottle soaring through the air, impacting dead center of this thing's chest and just sending it up in flames. Not even 2 seconds later, the flames start to die off, and it is now just a pile of ash. There is nothing left.
Jeez.
That's cool.
You do to scabs. You should have accepted the job offer.
Totally not terrified of the investigator now.
I know. She just or they walk
Right,
around
right.
investigating, throwing bottles of fire. It's fine.
This should roll everyone's initiative.
Oh,
Those
Fancy.
are very fancy dice, by the way.
I think one of you does have Scout's Warning, which means that you would all get a +1 to the.
Oh,
But
do we?
so I don't think that would matter. Nope, you are already rolling above them, or... Oh no, it would matter. Aha! No. That is going to put you above them. It made a difference. Top of initiative, as now battle music, it is your shine. And Chop Chop, first in initiative.
Chop is first. Okay, so a lot of complicated things happen. I don't know how to put auras on my token. For my first action, I will enter Dread Martial stance. Chop rolls his shoulders. This whole time, like, I don't have a sheath for the falchion. That's entirely too anime big for Chop to be carrying, so it's kind of just unlimber it from the shoulder and then other hand grip down, almost dragging the ground behind him. There's this like red and purple aura that begins to like flow out from the sound of wolves and jackals and hyenas snarling and yipping and such. I'm gonna make an intimidate check about it. I am shooting for a DC 20, I think. Yeah, which is the standard DC for my level. However, you, dearest master of game, can make the DC higher or lower based on extenuating circumstances.
What are you trying to do?
It's for a class feature. If I hit a 20, I have an aura that comes out for me at all times that buffs me in the party,
Ooh,
basically.
Fancy.
So shooting for
Ooh.
a 19, which is a failure, which means nothing happens. I think. Let me post it really quickly.
Yes, please.
You know
I'm
what
doing
matters is that you tried.
Standard difficulty for your level. On a failure, you failed to enter the stance. Yeah.
Right. So then checking the open trait, I can only do that as the first action of my turn. So I will. Second action, we're gonna just select the thing to select the thing. 5, 10, 15, 20 stride once. Thanks, plate mail. Then third action, I don't think I have anything. Well, we prepped it. We might as well use it for my third action.
Goblin
Chop,
Song.
chop, hungry. Chop, bored. Chop, cut you up with a sword. I push that out towards everyone. Then gonna make a performance check. I think I can hit the second one theoretically. Maybe. Are they in? They're not. Okay, so just the one. So for my last trick, I struggle with Foundry's character sheet to find my skills. There should be a +1 on that for Virtuoso Performer, so 18.
18 versus their Willow DC.
Mm.
Which that's going to make that a success. You just hit it.
Nice. So then Yondergast here takes a -1 status penalty to perception and will saves for a round. And then lastly, as a thing I should say to my GM before I'm actually in mid-combat a whole bunch, I took Aura of Despair as a class feat, which means that creatures within Jad by 1. Creatures within 15 feet of me take a -1 circumstance penalty to saves against fear, and anything that ends its turn within 15 feet of me cannot reduce the value of its frightened condition below 1. But for now, I'm done.
Gotcha. You should see like a bright red light around Chop right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Paper!
Alright, let me just check on something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and stride once. First, it's a 5, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25 should be over here, I think. Oh.
There is a
yep.
measuring tool.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use sudden charge.
Okay.
As my last 2 actions.
50 more feet?
Twice, yeah. Oh, it's just 50 more feet.
Because you stride twice.
Oh yeah, I know. I got 50 mixed up with 15, but alright. I'm gonna stop right here.
Okay. Make that strike.
And make a strike. Yeah.
The librarian goes into a frenzy. 24 absolutely hits.
Nice.
19.
Actually, hang on. +6 on that because of the rage bonus.
Did you spend an action to go into a rage?
No +6 on that. I forgot to go in rage.
All good. Still,
You know, it happens.
massive hits. Nearly killing it in one blow, but not quite. Is that you?
What?
Are you done? All good?
Yep.
Perfect.
That's my 2 reactions.
Why does it say unknown? It does say unknown participant for all of you. Awesome. Well, the one that is directly against Paper in the aura does not appreciate being hit, but hunger consumes all, so it is going to try to bite you.
Fair enough. I am right up against it after all.
That's a natural one.
Nice.
Ooh. I'm sorry. When you get up to it, would you make a fortitude save for me? I forgot that they smell really, really bad.
I will gladly make a fortitude save.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright.
Second action, it's gonna try to claw you this time. At a -4. That's a natural 2. I'm rolling so good right now.
It's good to know your dice are having a no bones
Right.
day as well.
Of course they are.
Consistency is really important for me.
Oh, and a 5. Yep. Tries to bite you, tries to claw you twice, and you're just sidestepping every single attack. No problem. Tiggy!
Okay, so after totally annihilating one of them, which one's the closest one to me?
To Tiggy, probably the one up top. This one up here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it this turn. But I forgot.
In their defense, if you could just let them ambush you, they'd be much closer.
Yeah, you know, just let them ambush you. It's easy.
Fine.
Yeah, you know, we're goblins, we have terrible names.
I can devise a stratagem. Whatever that means.
You choose a creature you can see, roll a d20. If you were to use a strike against that creature later this round, you can use the result of that d20. So it basically lets you know if you're going to hit this creature before you actually make the attack.
And also lets you add your intelligence modifier to the attack.
Instead of your strength. Very cool.
Would our job be a lead that we're pursuing, and would these ghouls technically, ghasts even, be technically part of it?
These are vermin. These are creatures that just came in to you know, leech on the graveyard. They're definitely things that you should be clearing out.
If I'm aware that the creature I choose is a subject of lead I'm pursuing, its ability is a free action.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, could roll the d20. Use 2 actions to move. Still be able to punch it in the face. Technically. Unless I'm overthinking it, but we can do that.
What's your movement speed?
believe it's still over 25, so I'd get about here.
You get to there, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even see there was one over there.
Okay, so let's see. 10 off the ruler. I would like to move, thank you. About here. Ish.
Yep, and then you have an action left.
And hit it from that far away, though.
Do you want to throw your sword?
That's a terrible idea. Do it.
Yeet. Up close enough, just yeet it.
Who needs a sword?
I mean, technically, because I have the exquisite sword cane, I'll still have the sheath in my other hand, so I'll still be defended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to, go for it.
Okay, so if... so it's... Strike. Throw my sword. Also, add... Four? Because intelligence.
Are you spending the action to devise stratagem?
I thought it was free action since this is connected to the job.
Is that from an ability or something?
It's the last sentence.
Oh,
It's the last sentence into the Devise a Stratagem.
I'm blind. Yeah. Yeah, so roll your d20. What's your difference between your strength and your intelligence?
Oh, my strength and intelligence are both +4.
Yeah, so...
However, it says also add intelligence.
Oh.
But no, instead of. Never mind. Exactly the same.
Just roll your attack.
I don't think it really... Doesn't matter either way. I pressed action on that. There we go. That's a 2.
That's fine. Because you know...
15 total.
You know that as you're about to make this throw, that's not going to go well. I don't have a good angle, so you don't have to make the attack. You know it's going to be a failure.
Okay.
Anything
it
else?
starts to throw and it's like, no, that is my turn.
Perfect. Minnow.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know all that I can do, but I'm gonna try.
You're absolutely good. We will help you to the best of our abilities.
Okay. So I would like to attack the one that's like really far away on like this one. Here we go.
That
Yep,
one.
thank you. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Well within your range.
Yes. And so whenever I do this, like if I want to use like hunted shot, do I just, is that like is that an action?
Yeah. So if you go up, if you click your token and then find that, bar of abilities on the top, under action, you can just click hunted shot.
Okay. I can make 2 quick shots against
Perfect.
one that
Then go over to strikes, and that will bring down a drop menu where you can have your +1 striking longbow, and you can click +14 and +9. Yep, that hits. And that hits.
Yay.
That's
And
actually a crit from the first one and a regular hit for the second one.
Okay, so to roll critical, what do I do for that?
Same thing. If you have your token selected, you can go up to that strikes button, and hit critical next to damage.
Got it.
28 points of damage. Okay. And
And then
regular damage for the second one.
it's fine. 3.
That is more than enough. It's just 2 rapid shots fly across the graveyard, impact one and the other, and just send it flying backwards to not stand up again.
Yeah. And then, and so do I have one action left? Yes?
2, because Hunter Shot was
Oh,
only
2.
1 action.
Okay. See, what do I know? Okay, so typically when playing this, like, would it be typical for a ranger to, like, attack again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to attack the one that's over here.
Yeah, go for
Like
it.
the 71, yeah.
And this one's at -10, so this is going to be at the total of the +4.
The +4, okay. I mean, it's a 16. Okay.
16's not quite, almost a hit, but not quite.
Fine. All right. And
Move
what
if you'd
else?
like. You
I'm
could
really
use
gonna just
your Hunt Prey. That's an action.
okay. What's that? Okay, so when you okay, I'm just gonna hunt them then.
It's your Hunter's Mark, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on the one that you just tried to shoot up here?
Yes,
Perfect.
that one for sure.
It is your Hunted Prey.
Excellent. Okay, then that is my turn, I assume. Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna move.
Don't want to get closer. This ghast up here is just going to come bounding towards Tiggy. Jaws out. Make a bite.
Oh my gosh.
With a 27.
That's rude.
It's so rude.
I thought we
Uh,
all agreed that you were like crap today.
I tried. The dice slipped. 8 points of piercing damage. And would you make a fortitude save, please?
Oh,
Raggy.
God. Fortitude is.
Yeah, you are fine. But it
Oh.
is going to try to claw you with its last action. With another natural 2. I'm rolling so good, guys.
Both of those twos almost gave me a heart attack because of how close that number is to the 20. All 3D.
This one down here. Going to spend an action to 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. Then an action to Swift Leap onto Chop Chop.
All right, a minute.
That's a 29.
Which hits. I have a
Oh my
reaction.
gosh.
I either roll a 2 or less or an 18 and above. Nothing in between.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good big swinging bell curve, I guess it is.
9.
Okay, so when the ghast bites Chop Chop, everyone sees Chop Chop is wearing like what is plate mail, quote unquote, but it's very piecemeal, very crappy tin, very clear gaps in the armor. Chop Chop kind of just leans in and lets the ghast bite. When it happens, there's like more tearing than should happen. It obviously hurts him way more than it should have. However, the blood that comes out begins to like fizz and then fire forward. For my reaction, I use Destructive Vengeance. Chop Chop takes an additional 4 points of damage. The ghast takes 6.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So you have to choose to do either evil or negative damage.
Which I will choose. Oh god, that's fair. It would literally not do anything at all,
It
would
will
it?
not do anything at all.
Damn it! This ghast is dumb. Never mind. I won't take 4 damage. I'll gain 4. Look at that! Oh, the heal button didn't work. I'll just add 4 HP here.
It is evil and undead, which means that neither of those things will harm it.
I thought I was gonna be fighting human fighters. Damn it. Okay, fair enough. I will make a fort save. I think, right?
Yep, go for it.
Chop Chop knew what this was. Chop Chop would voluntarily fail, but it's 14 anyway.
The jaws just land, digging into the armor, tearing out some of the flesh, and where it bit you, it starts to tingle, and then a shooting pain stretches through your body, making it difficult to move, difficult to even defend yourself. You're paralyzed.
Yeah.
Which it is around here somewhere. Paralyzed. There it is. That was an action to move, an action to leap, and it still has an action left. Oh, it's almost a natural 20. Does a 21 hit?
Hits on the nose, yeah.
Oh, roll that claw. Damage. For, again, 9 points of damage. But that's its turn.
Ooh.
And Chop Chop.
What a fun turn. I don't think I can do anything, right?
Anything with your mind?
Wish I knew I was fighting undead before I signed up for the mini campaign. I used that with my mind now.
I can promise you that this is not... This will not be every mission, this is just this mission.
I'm mostly memeing. Can I? It is... I'm gonna post this. I don't know if I can do that or not. It doesn't have the mental trait, but it doesn't have, like, somatic components.
Go for it.
Good enough for me. So I'm gonna roll an intimidate check, and it's gonna be better.
Natural 20. Critical
Yes, it is.
success.
Okay, so my aura, the second aura, this aura is the aura of your frightened condition, can't be reduced. I now have a 20-foot aura that comes out for me. And if you are standing in that aura, you get a +2 status bonus to damage. If you critically hit an enemy with a strike whilst in that aura, they become frightened 1.
Beautiful.
And that is basically all I can do.
Fortitude save.
Can I intimidate and glare at someone?
The one in front of you, sure.
Deal. Okay. I will intimidate to demoralize the ghast directly in front of me. But it's only an 18.
18 will do it. It's frightened.
Nice. Excellent. It is frightened 1 for presumably the rest of its unlife.
Yep,
And
totally.
then...
Hey, no longer
Okay.
paralyzed. It was short-lived.
Nice.
Ghast, that is fighting paper, will not stand for this insult of its honor as you beat the crap out of it. Fight. 20?
Does that hit me?
Yeah, onto paper.
Nope.
So close. Claw attack. A natural
I don't think that hits.
That is like your third natty one of the.
Oh, it's fine. Paper, you are just too tough of a target. Its third action is going to be to swift leap,
I'm back.
and it is done with you. It's going to go after the easy to hit Chop Chop.
No, I wanted to use swipe. Come on. Wait, no escape. That's my reaction. I'm gonna use no escape.
Does that let you move up to your speed up to it?
Following the folk, keeping in reach. You stride up to your speed, following the folk and keeping it in reach throughout its movement until it stops moving, or you move up to your full speed.
Yep. There you go.
Nice.
It tried to escape, but...
Mm-hmm.
And a paper, it's your turn.
Alright, first, first action, rage, obviously. Second action, swipe.
Just 2 enemies
Yeah.
within 5 feet.
Yep. So, first the one on the bottom.
A natural
Bob?
20.
And then the second one.
Oh. Did we skip Grankin? I'm so sorry.
You said second.
Oh.
I was like, wait a second.
I don't know.
Roll back.
Sorry, as soon as we're done with paper, we'll go back to Grankin.
All right. First one was a crit, and the second one was a 20.
Yep. Both hit.
All right. We'll roll the damage of the crit first.
No way it survives this.
Nice.
Okay. That is...
Also critical specialization effect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm the only thing adjacent to the target. Please don't hit me.
Right. Yeah. No. Never mind. No critical specialization effect.
Well, you almost killed it twice over. And then your damage for the first one. Or the top one.
Yep. And +4 on that because rage.
And +2 on that. Well, it's 10, so it seems like the bosses are arbitrary.
Just, you follow that one as it tries to leap away from you.
Hey,
And just bring your axe through the first one towards Chop Chop, who breaks out of the paralyzation, ducks under it, and then your blade just connects with the second one.
Yeah. Paper seems to be in like a manic state. She's enjoying this a lot
Oh no.
instead of raging.
Okay, now we'll go back to Grankin. Sorry.
all right, are there any left now?
There is this one up here.
Okay, okay, oh. For some reason my map won't go, oh, there it is, 40 feet. All right, so I guess I will move twice.
Okay.
Because the ones, so I will get right up in its business.
Absolutely.
Because someone killed the ones closer to me before I had a chance.
Eviscerated,
Oh,
I think is the descriptor there. They eviscerated them.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I will get right up in this one's business, and then
If you would like,
Just,
you can move opposite them, and that will give you flanking.
okay, gorgeous. I will do that. Don't suppose you would mind briefly explaining the flanking rules here?
It makes them flat-footed, which drops their AC by 2. So you don't have
Okay,
to worry about
gorgeous.
anything, it just drops their AC.
All right. I am going to hit it with my great club. I'm just gonna give it good old my great wrench. I'm just gonna take the big wrench off her back, the large two-handed wrench, and she's just gonna solidly bonk it.
Go for it.
All right. Do.
That is... that's a hit. Almost a crit, not quite.
All right. So then I will damage on that.
I think that's just your normal wrench. I don't think that's your great wrench.
Oh, you are correct.
Considerably more damage. Yep.
Is it just a club and a great club? Isn't it?
Yeah, you just come bounding up, pull out the giant wrench, and just whack. And there's absolutely like bone and tissue just crunching under the blow, but it is hungry and it is focused on its prey. So now, we'll jump back to the real initiative order, which would bring us to Tiggy.
Oh, where am I in the initiative order?
You are after Tiggy.
Okay.
Speaking of, Tiggy's gonna do the whole figuring out its weak spot thing again. Also stabbing it with his sword. It's an 18.
18 is absolutely gonna hit.
Which is mush.
14 points of damage. It is severely hurt.
And my next attack shall be with the sheath of his cane sword. Because he can.
That
Say
hits.
dirty 20.
Yeah. 20 more points of damage. Being that that
He's a
is
punk.
the last enemy, how would you like to kill him?
Like, whilst he's still got the sword in with his other hand, he goes across the head with an almighty bonk, causing the sword to slice through him as he does so, and it's kind of like a spinning kind of slice and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just that 1-2 strike with the jab of the blade, and then the blunt of the sheath coming down, and like in one swift motion, cleaving through, and then returning the blade to the sheath in just that proper gentleman stance.
Yes.
And the foes seem to be gone.
Just hooks the walking stick back over his arm and relights his cigarette that probably went out in the fight.
No, it's a good.
And I need...
Oh.
that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why are you
There's secret
rolling?
rolls that will help us.
And a 1. Excellent. See? There is no in between.
Cool. Yeah, you're right. 18 or 1, nothing else. All right. Well, as the way is now clear, the dungeon is now open to you. You are able to start your descent. That is the halfway point, so we're just going to take a quick 5-minute break, give everyone a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, do what you gotta do, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. So, with the vermin cleared, at least from the entrance, the rest of the catacombs are now open to you. Being all goblins, you of course can all see in the dark, which I learned in the last goblin game. So all of those fun vision-based things that I had planned, I was able to just highlight, delete.
Nice. So really quickly, when the
I
combat
really-
ends, I'm gonna Chop puts his hand where the bite is and begins to pray in abyssal. The wound like snaps, scars. I touch of corruption myself for 18 back, and as we are moving, if we can, I will struggle to find where my token is. I think that should have applied it. Presuming we have 10 minutes for the duration of the walking goblin, just praying to the souls
Sure.
of the ghasts that they find the embrace of the mother true monsters that they were.
Meanwhile,
Not on every fruit.
it was just winding down like, oh, that was fun. Any more ones that we can take down? Looking around, you know.
Probably.
There was more movement around the trees and with the shrubbery, but after seeing these 5 get eviscerated, they just took off.
Oh man.
You better run, Scaps.
'Cause
Maybe not draw more attention. There's probably more, right? I'm a little nervous.
On paper, yes, that is a good idea. But is it fun?
No, okay.
Why
All
would
right.
anything
Good
be
point.
on
Good
here?
point. Good point.
All right.
What are we doing on paper?
Everyone just gets a Sharpie and starts
like,
jigglypuffing.
Yeah.
So with the healing had, who's first? What's your marching order?
Chop Chop will go first.
Okay.
I will go first because I mean,
Everyone
wanna
tries
fight
to
about
march
it?
through the door at once. Iggy's keeping an eye out.
are there any traps at the entrance?
I'm definitely in the back.
At the immediate entrance, no traps.
No traps. All right.
Okay.
Because Tiggy has these two very useful things.
Ooh, that is good to know.
Oh, that sod is very good. That sod is super good.
Wow.
I've played an investigator like once in a one-shot, and I always forgot that I had that sod.
I kind of love that. Okay. So Rankin, I'm gonna. What's it? Fuck, there it is. It started to tilt your token, so I'm just gonna lock it so it doesn't do that. Is this good marching order then? Perfect. Then starting with Chop Chop as you all make your way down the steps into the catacomb. Would start to that stale air, just like dusty, it's probably occasionally spider web filled air that you start to inhale as you descend deeper and deeper. And it hits your lungs, hits your nose, holding back the urge to sneeze. Would all of you please make a fortitude save?
All right.
Pass. Oh,
I just remember I should have made fortitude save for the gas, but it died too quickly.
Also, one thing that I wanted to correct myself, it wouldn't have mattered because in that combat in specific, but swipe is I used it wrong. You don't roll two attacks. You roll one and apply it to two enemies.
oh, so you like triple killed both of them. Got it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Funny.
that's why I said it didn't matter on that instance in specific, but just if I do use it again, I need to remember that.
Now we have the necessary tools to actually you. Should you try to do that again?
Yes.
Uh,
Please do.
Yeah, you are all perfectly fine. The dust, even as it's getting into your lungs, no effect. You are seasoned adventurers, after all. Able to defeat dust.
I'm gonna start sweeping up some of the extraneous dust, leaving just enough to be atmospheric for the adventurers.
Fair enough.
Atmospheric dust.
As you descend, of course, you have occasional lanterns that you need to, refill, torches that need to be lit. It's general maintenance. Till you reach the bottom, and no even any need to roll. Your investigator would immediately see the signs of the trigger mechanism there on the floor, and the holes to either side of the hull, indicating darts or spikes or something.
Something or other.
So it has been triggered?
It's not triggered at the moment.
Okay.
You would like to make an attempt at It's
The-
okay.
Like,
Is
making
it
it
in
so
need of any repair?
1 second.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
was that Tiggy?
I was gonna say it's like, if it's not being activated, is
Hmm?
it one of those needs fixing, or like make it
Yeah.
temporarily kind of like not gonna activate whilst we're in the room?
Yeah. I'd give you perception or thievery, your choice.
Where's my proficiencies? What are the options again?
Perception or thievery.
Oh, I'm better at thievery. There we go. That's 17.
It does look like it has been triggered already and just needs to be reset. It is a wall
Okay.
spike trap.
You
You-
said it on the way out. I mean, that seems like my job, so I can do that on the way out. That way we don't have to worry about someone accidentally triggering it when we move deeper.
Yeah, but what if we forget?
I'm a
Won't forget.
professional. I will not forget. This is my auspices. I'm the mechanic. I got it.
How about this? Paper puts a bar of soap down here. We'll see the soap and wonder, oh, why is that soap there? Oh, right, we have to disarm. We have to fix the trap.
Why do you have
Must it
soap?
Why do you have soap?
Even underneath the helmet, you can tell Chop Chop is appalled.
It's
In
made of,
case someone needs to borrow it.
it's made of animal
Also the
fat.
clean equipment.
It's delicious.
Oh, that's made of animal fat. That's delicious. I pull up the helmet and immediately consume it.
Oh, it's emergency reaction. Very good.
All right,
Might be
since
hungry when
my-
we're coming back.
Since my soap has been eaten, how about
You have more
toss a
delicious
ration
things?
on the ground?
Bleh. No animal fat in that. Well, what's in your rations, I guess?
That's a great question. I assume it's just
a
like
bar of dove.
dried meats, dried vegetables.
Yeah.
Chop Chop is now just occasionally just coughing up bubbles for like the next
Just
couple
burping.
minutes.
Little bubbles go up.
But yeah, pressing on, find more corridors, the occasional lantern that is out that he's tended to, and then rounding the corner to find a much larger, cavernous room, almost natural, and with man-made floors, but just everything else is left to natural cavern walls and a natural ceiling with stalactites hanging down. And you can all hear the sounds of giant bats above you that are just hanging out, just chirping and flapping around. What was that?
Before Grinkin actually goes around the corner, she's gonna pull out her periscope and use it to scout.
Okay.
That'd be perception.
No need. What are you looking for?
Scabs, anything valuable, just, getting the lay of the room, since you've never been here before.
The room's fairly big, but not so big that any of it's unseeable, especially with your goblin eyes. There is the leftover remains of a small adventuring party that came through, made it to the bats, and made it no further. What is left over from the giant bat meal is just kind of there in a pile.
We got bleed up here. I'll put the periscope away and walk towards the remains.
Oh, those guys.
Shit.
Yeah, anyone else?
I think Chop Chop would like to pet the bats.
Okay.
Is it possible to call them down?
Make a nature check.
Your bats want any soap? It's made of animal fat.
Would you be interested in a piece of soap in these trying times?
Right.
Why would you eat soap when there's delicious adventure?
Wait a minute, I want to pet the bats. How can good boys and girls?
Paper, Tiggy, Minnow.
Don't eat the adventures you don't know where they've been.
You've been right there.
I am gonna see. It was Chop Chop that wants to pet the bats. Yeah, right. I'm gonna see him attempt this. I am also going to attempt to do this.
Nature check, please.
Not any better at all. How? Ugh.
Paper critically fails to resist the urge to try and pet the bats. Also,
So you do all have a thing that I 100% forgot to go over, which is my fault. You have hero points, which you all have.
Oh.
You all start with 2 of them. You can spend a hero point to just re-roll a check, and you take whatever that new roll is, ignoring whatever it was before. If you'd like to spend a hero point, you could absolutely do that.
of course.
I want you
Okay.
to know, Hoop, that sounds like bait. You're baiting the hero
I
point
know.
on this check.
I know it sounds like it, but
I'll further let you know I'm taking the bait.
Yeah, same. Big same.
I legitimately just did forget to explain that to the newer players.
Bat, why don't you want to start?
Better. Yeah.
Much better. Paper, you also trying to call down the bats?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
How many? I have eye for numbers. How many bats are there? Exactly?
There's
Are there a
smaller
lot?
bats, which would equate to 1 bat swarm, and then half a dozen giant bats.
All right, I'm gonna try to bat one of them. Let's go.
Very nice.
I think I left my my eye for numbers thing on accident, so just reduce 2 from that.
All good. You're fine. For Minnow and Paper, there are 2 giant bats that come down, landing in front of you, and then inspecting you and getting close and circling around before they both just kind of bring their heads into your tiny goblin chests in like a nuzzle, allowing you to pet the bats.
Yay.
Chop Chop, not so lucky.
All right, cool. You're my familiar now.
The small swarm of bats
Wizards have, right?
come down instead of one giant one and just start, like, most of them try to land on you, Chop Chop. Others are just taking little nibbles, not quite enough to hurt, but they're in your face. They're trying to get under your armor. They are everywhere.
Are we gonna
Um,
find a bat in his armor later? Like,
No. No, bat is not. Incognito. The master.
If you would like, you could keep one of the bats hidden away. Just tuck it in your armor.
It's right under the folding armor that I'm using to protect my body from grievous harm.
So fine.
I don't need to hide it. It's my familiar after all. I can summon it at will, right? Right.
While that's happening, Tiggy would like to check how the adventurers died, if I remember correctly, that those bodies up ahead.
Bat wounds.
Ah, yes.
The infamous bat wound death.
Death by bats.
For Tiggy and Grankin, for some reason I have so much trouble remembering your name. Tiggy and Grankin, if the 2 of you would like to start inspecting the bodies to see what all is here, You're both welcome to make a perception check.
I
Alright, the bodies.
definitely
Yes,
like loot, loot the bodies.
Figure out do I know if the bites of these bats are poisonous or venomous or whatever?
Typically, no, not venomous.
Okay. So the meat should be safe to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will start searching them for valuables, and also
Didn't mean to
I
do that.
will
Tiggy, if you would like, you can spend one of your 2 hero points to reroll that.
Oh, I have 2 hero points now.
Yeah.
Nope.
23 from Grenkin.
looking for valuables, and like I will idly be munching on an arm while I search the body.
You gonna eat that raw? As I roll to perceive again.
Delicacy.
Ooh, very nice. So, among the clothes of the adventurers, you are going to find a various jewelry and gems and coins totaling 120 gold. Someone wants to just keep track of party loot.
What do you mean party loot?
Sorry, Tiggy loot.
Mm.
Is it 120?
120?
Is that what we found total, or is that just to...
That's like jewelry, coins, gems,
Okay.
as well as a magic
We
ring.
found
Oh, what?
Does it do anything specifically? Or would I need to check that out later?
You have to identify it.
How does one identify these things?
It is typically either a arcane, a religion, a nature, or an occultism check, depending on what type of magic the item is.
Well, I'm best at occultism. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll help me, depending on what the ring is. I'll try occultism.
Double check as to what magic.
Oh.
Yep, it's just magical, so occultism is just fine.
It's a 29.
Lordy day.
So as the others are befriending bats and the two of you are going through the bodies, find the various coins among them, and what is left of one of the adventurers, you find a very, very pretty ring. And pulling it off and just looking it over, see the head of a ram with carved out horns out of the side of it, telling you that this is a ring of the ram. As in action, once per minute, you can shoot out a force blast that will hit one creature within 60 feet. And the more actions you spend on it, the more powerful it is.
Is it just the standard ring of the ram?
Mhm.
In the equipment list of different things, it's ring of ram and then ring of ram greater.
Yeah, ring of the ram, just normal.
Okay. Yes.
That's fancy.
He'll just slip it on.
Hey,
Such a
we should
goblin
discuss
thing to
what
do.
we're gonna keep that at the end, though. Okay?
I don't know, did you see me put it on?
Yeah, did I see her?
Them.
Quick thievery check.
Yeah, if you just slipping it on your finger, yeah, make a stealth check.
Oh wait, that's stealth. That's wrong. I have plus 12 to stealth, so plus
So
2 to that.
26. Okay. Rankin, what is your perception?
Probably not plus 16.
Probably not plus 16, but I
Bonus is plus 9.
plus 9. So your DC is 19. Which means that the ring is just slipped onto Tiggy's finger.
I want to see if I see it as well. I don't want to say it, or I'm not like hey myself. I just want to know if I notice that she does it as well,
What is your perception
or
bonus?
that he does it. I'm sorry. I think it's +10.
So the DC is 10 plus whatever that is, whatever that
Mm.
bonus would be. So a
Oh.
26 either way is.
The stealth check was shooting over your passive perception in 5e terms.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
Which, speaking of, blows the doors off Chop Chops as well. Happily just eating the arms and hands of people. Fun.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I can't just
I'll allow it.
let a natural 20 go.
That's pretty wild.
I'll just say that after everything is done, after the bats have left, after the bodies are looted, there is just a shiny piece of metal on Tiggy's finger where maybe there wasn't before.
Okay.
Had to roll natural 20.
I wanted to see him do it.
Apparently. Yeah. From here, you are going to come across another set of traps. A pair of large tile pressure plates that take up basically the center of the hallway. Without knowing they're there would be near impossible to avoid. But with your small size and the fact that you know they are there, you would know that these are the swinging pendulum scythe traps. There are just slits in the ceiling where the blades can come down and reset.
Also, before we leave that room,
Mhm.
I am going to put the bodies in a bag and pass it over to Chop Chop.
Who immediately begins devouring. Just open helmet, attach bag awkwardly into helmet, close helmet. I now have a goblin feed bag. It is the best timeline. Crunch.
What race? What species were the adventurers? Like, are they all Longshanks?
They were some kind of humanoid.
All right.
Tastes like one shot to me.
Yeah.
Crunch.
I mean, are they taller than us?
They are taller than you, but pretty much everything is.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking of the ergonomics of the feed bag.
I'm not worried about it. It's a bag, but enough for me. So yeah, you have a swinging pendulum trap here that has not yet been activated, and you could simply try to scoot by, just avoiding the pressure plate on the far left or right side of the wall, or simply set it off and then reset it on your way back. Up to you.
Well, what do you guys think?
Um.
I'm not good at setting off and fixing traps.
I think we should just avoid it. I don't want to make any more work than we have to.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
I guess. Can we reset it from the side of it we're on?
You would have to kind of climb up to the actual fulcrum there in the roof in order to reset it. But goblin ladder would suffice.
I do have a ladder, yes.
Or an actual ladder. I was thinking climbing on each other's shoulders, but an actual ladder.
Oh, yeah. No, I have a ladder. I'm prepared.
So are you all just scooting by it?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try.
Mhm.
That is
Then
the plan.
Yeah, I'm prepared, but I will just.
if you wouldn't mind, an acrobatics check from everyone.
Oh yeah.
You hate to have the clumsy condition right now.
Acrobatics, you say.
The DC is not too high. Okay.
Oh
Hero point.
no, Crankin.
0 point.
Yes.
Nice.
Rankin, would you like to spend a hero point on that?
Yes, I would.
Go for it. Because the rest of you are critically succeeding.
Because that shit is just embarrassing. I'm a cat person. I should be able to be like, I know this trap. Whoosh,
Ooh.
whoosh.
Yeah.
Almost a
Worth
2.
it.
But you
There we go.
all scoot by it, no problem. Leaving it, hopefully, not to impede your journey on the way back out. But you do eventually reach the bottom of said catacomb, passing by a handful of skeletons that just stand there, motionless, watching you move past. No reaction to any of you.
I will see if they will give me a high five.
They make no movements unless you have necromantic magics, but I bet anyone does.
Do I burn a touch of corruption about this? I think I burn a touch of corruption. Indeed. Chop Chop seeing this snaps his fingers. The same what he did to make big bad scary Scar run up him appears, and I move forward to shake the creature's hand.
It will
It is full of energy that will hurt or heal it.
absolutely. The skull just turns towards you, looks down, sees your hand out, reaches out to just take your hand.
They are healed for 18 if it matters.
They are healed for 18.
Nice. There's my contribution to the union.
It gives you a very brief salute as it lets go of your hand.
And then I spend 10 minutes refocusing. What do Lamashton Hail Marys look like? I guess just drawing jackal heads over and over and over as I walk, praying under my breath.
So do I know anything about these? Like anything that I could find out more by rolling something?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd give you
Right,
religion or your lore check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and since we're already refocusing on this, I'm gonna use Lore Master's Etude, which gives me fortune on this one.
Very cool.
Yep. Boop.
Yeah, what's something you want to know?
Just any general knowledge about what they are, and anything that wouldn't be obvious at a first glance, I guess. Or in general, how they work.
They're skeletons. They're given unlife by some kind of necromantic magics. They are undead. And they have absolutely no free will or mental capacity outside of doing what they were created to do.
Oh, that last part is something I didn't know.
They get paid?
Not so much.
I'm sorry.
They don't even get dental.
They don't get paid, unfortunately, but
They somehow all have impeccable teeth. Weird.
We do have good
Maybe they're-
benefits.
Strange.
maybe they're just paid in dental care.
I mean, have you seen Archie? We really gotta, be proactive about this. So if they're covered under the union, they should have good teeth. I bet the bats also had awesome teeth.
Maybe that's the only payment they're getting.
I mean, worth it.
True.
My backup character is going to be a goblin ranger veterinarian.
Oh. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the skeletons?
No, that's enough knowledge, I think.
And as you...
Demand to know why they're playing cards in their downtime.
Well, they don't have any cards. Why?
I don't have any on me either.
I have so many things in my pack, but a back of cards
That's
is
not one of them. Poor skeletons, they remain cardless.
Unless I
As-
found some on the bodies.
You know what?
Were there any leftovers from the waffles I made this morning?
I seriously doubt it with Chop Chop in the party.
Chop chop burps.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have given them waffle scraps.
I would say that you found a
Yeah.
pair of dice on the adventurers, probably, that you could hand over to the skeletons.
I
Like,
will
here,
give them the dice.
spend some time.
Here you go. Just don't let the boss catch you with these, alright?
Just the one bony hand reaches out, takes the dice. Do nod. Or, of course, free to pass.
Oh.
Continue down the dungeon.
Now, reaching the very bottom. Final trial that most adventurers would face coming through here is a long stone corridored maze. You know that at the end of it there is a very proud dragon of some color. But as the corridor is only wide enough for one of you to fit through at a time, you just need to know who's in the lead and who is guiding you all through this wonderful maze.
Chop chop.
I feel like Tiggy would probably try and take point.
Do we do opposed athletics checks to see who fits through the door first?
Always going to be in the back.
I think Tiggy probably took off into the maze. Or, sorry.
Wait on-
I think Chop Chop probably took off into the maze, and Tiggy's like, alright, it's actually this way, come on.
Where is everybody? The master?
I just want to say,
Yeah.
meanwhile,
I'm gonna follow Tiki because I think they know where they're going.
meanwhile, Paper is refocusing by secretly reading a book that's on her bag. Just doesn't want anyone to find out that she reads.
Scandalous.
Can't have that.
Can't let
Like-
people know you're smart.
Huh? Like on
Well,
purpose,
it's like-
not signs and stuff.
It's like some like very like basic book. Can't come up with anything right now, but it's
Just an easy reading book.
it's something that a child could read.
Excellent.
You probably have soap too.
Adorable. So, Chop Chop and Tiggy, since you are both in the maze, both technically in lead of different directions, would you both make a survival check?
Sure. You know what? I should have left my
That
wisdom.
didn't sound very confident.
Hey, DM, is it ever possible just for thematically?
Hmm?
Can we choose to automatically
Yeah.
fail a check?
Absolutely. Tiggy, you have another hero point.
Just a sec. I have a law skill in cryptography, and I can't remember what cryptography is.
Map making?
Did I use that?
Yeah,
That's cartography. Yeah.
Uh,
It's a cryptography.
it's cryptography.
Thinking one of
Google.
knowledge dungeoneering.
Cryptography.
Actually, yeah, would a lore engineering role help me figure out which way to go?
Cryptography, the art of writing or solving codes.
Cryptography would absolutely work. Engineering, probably not so much. This isn't about like working parts. This is just finding your way through a maze.
Bases are built. All right. Here.
A much better roll.
Yay!
The two of you start heading off in almost the same direction. Still taking two separate paths, but headed roughly the same way. Is everyone behind Tiggy? Did anyone rush off with Chop Chop? What is the split here?
I'm following Tiggy.
We'll find out. Chop chop.
Hashtag Team Chop Chop.
I am gonna follow the investigator.
Two
That's
behind,
probably a good
two behind Tiggy and one behind Chop Chop.
idea.
The two groups just diverge off from each other, start making your individual ways through the maze. As you get near halfway in, Tiggy and Chop Chop, if you would each make your checks again.
All right. This +1 can continue to carry me. I'm so sure.
28 and a 7.
Do I also do the survival?
If you would like to try to aid, you certainly can.
I mean, I guess. I mean, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, oh,
that brings you up to an 8, Chop Chop.
cool.
We could just have you want some? Reaches into bad humanoid foot. Passes over your direction.
I'm good.
No, that's fair. Hang on. Dwarven thumb.
I'm not hungry right now. Thanks.
Suspicious. I eat them both immediately and then sit down, confident I am lost.
Gosh darn it! I wanted that job.
Tiggy, the rest of the maze is absolutely no trouble for you. It is just like following a pattern. You know which way you're headed. And before you know it, you, Minnow, and Grankin come out to the other side. With no Chop Chop or paper in sight.
Cool. All right.
Do you think the odds are that they're dead?
God darn it! I get Chop a bag of food.
That's what we're worried about.
Should we wait?
I'm gonna
Can
like
I-
walk
can I
over
go?
and like scream. I want to like scream into the like to see.
Yeah, I would like to shout.
Scream into the void.
But yeah, like literally, chop chop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paper,
Oh, paper.
Paper and Chop Chop, if one of you would like to take the lead from here, following the sound of the shouting, you can make another check. I'll give you a lower
survival?
DC. Yeah, survival.
Could it be perception for this one?
Since you are listening to shouts, sure.
Yes.
Suppose I will aid then.
Go for it.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Look at those rolls. It's another minute or two, but you do hear the sounds of a Chop Chop and a Paper eventually making their way to the end of the maze to join.
Yeah, I think her song will be, her shout will turn into a song of, hey, don't be dead.
Not dead.
Hey, you're not dead.
Quasi dead, but that's beyond the realm of this. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Yeah.
is there any of that dwarf left?
No. Nope. Nope. I'm just stretching out until I can hit the deception button.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Would
That's
that be an opposed perception check, or
it's off your perception DC, which yours is a 19, so no. Chop Chop absolutely either has it or had it and no longer does.
There is a brilliant crimson beard hanging out of Chop Chop's mouth. No spaghetti noises slowly.
Definitely ate
I
it.
love that.
I don't know. I don't know why you even trusted him with the food.
Dwarves are my favorite.
I'm growing more out. Begins eating more food.
Give me the. I mean,
The only thing that's growing here is how thin my patience is growing.
Reaching the end of the maze, as you are all having this conversation, waiting for your allies, you all start to hear the sound of a very large creature. The occasional just heavy side breath. Knowing that they're...
Okay, everybody.
Hmm?
This is a dragon. He's a very important employee.
Alright.
Dragon's gonna try and spit in her hand and use it to clean up her mohawk. Artistically smudge some of the dirt on her face.
Beautifully done.
Can I... No, never mind.
Were you gonna recall knowledge about dragons?
I was gonna use accounting lore for something, but
Okay.
Yeah, can I try and see
never mind.
if I know anything about this particular dragon?
Sure. Let's see what that is. I think dragon is Arcana, but I could be wrong. It is Arcana.
Do we,
I was right.
Okay.
do we just hear something, or do we also, like... Can we see a dragon?
From where you are at the end of this maze, it's almost like a small, foyer room. There's enough place to sit and rest for it if adventurers needed to. And then through an arched doorway, you see it expands again into a massive cavern where the heavy breathing is coming.
Okay,
All right.
so a 15. Assuming that's a fail, I do have the dubious knowledge feat.
If Tiggy is also trying to recall things, he has keen recollection.
Yeah, absolutely. Make an Arcana check with +5?
Yeah, it's our level.
That would be plus...
Can I try to take a peek in the big door to...
Also will be 15.
Oh no, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna attempt to do this as well.
As all
take
of
a
you
peek
are
on the door?
standing
gonna-
around considering
Trying to
dragons,
remember. Yes. I'm not gonna do very well, but
and Paper just takes a peek inside.
Yeah. Would I roll anything for that?
Nope, with your dark vision and the fact that there is some dim light in there, there's no need. I do see that that Nova has redeemed. It's all gone to heck, so get to that in a second. As those of you that are trying to recall knowledge, trying to think about what this dragon may be, this particular dragon, or dragons in general, none of you are really overly studied in it. And you should get false information, but that feels mean for people that are brand new to the game, so I'm going to omit that for the moment, but in the future.
Oh, I was looking forward to that.
Because a 15 and a 16 are both critical failures.
okay, great. Love that.
I am going to restate my belief that the title "The Insane" is because of the killer insane parties.
Oh, for sure. That is absolutely the case.
Yeah, I am very confident in this.
As
But I was... Oh, sorry.
Paper, as you lean over, start peering through the doorway, you see the enormous form of just a vaguely orange-ish colored dragon, as far as you can tell in the very dim light that's in the room. It is probably 80 to 90 times bigger than any of you. And there is an enormous pile of treasure, both stacked up behind it and even underneath of it, forming a nice, cozy bed. It is just breathing in, deep breath, holding it, and then slow exhale, repeating that over, over. It is not moving. This dragon looks asleep.
With
Okay.
my dubious knowledge,
Mhm.
did I get a sense of what the dragon's pronouns are?
Insane?
Like, okay. I'll let you know that Gregkin would clear her throat. I want to make a diplomacy check. Excuse me, sir or ma'am or gentle being. Hi.
This one.
We're with the Union. Doing the
You're
regular
in
checkup.
trouble.
We're new to this site, so we thought we'd introduce ourselves. Sorry to wake you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
As Grenkin starts shouting out into the room, there's a very...
friendly.
What's with the music?
Oh, I don't know. Certainly
Oh, God.
wasn't anyone that
Oh.
redeemed It's All Gone to
Um,
Heck.
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna use untrained improvisation.
Sure.
Says you learn how to handle situations when you're out of your depth. um, yes, my proficiency bonus to untrained skill checks is then equal to half your level instead of 0.
Yeah. So that's just a passive thing that just happens for anything. Is there...
Okay, I
Something
wasn't
you're-
sure, and now that I see it says passive, my bad.
You're all good.
I would like to use my last hero point
Hmm?
to re-roll that diplomacy check, please.
Go for it.
All right, come on. This is my.
Oh, worth.
Worth it.
The giant stirring form of the dragon starts to sit up from its pile of treasure, looking down on all of you, starts to inhale a deep breath, and there are just sparks of energy that start coming from its throat and mouth, and then the sound of Grenkin yelling up to it stops it. The head cocks to the side, and then it lowers its massive body towards the 5 of you and lets that energy just kind of dissipate. And there's the very faintest sign of a smile that cracks across its face. Oh, welcome. I was not aware that I was visited by such esteemed guests. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
First of all, Honored Dragon, how would you prefer that we address you?
Oh, Honored Dragon is perfectly fine.
Well, thank you, Honored Dragon. As I mentioned, we're with the Union. So, we're here to, check up on the dungeon, do a bit of cleaning, and, or we were supposed to ask if you needed anything. We got some adventurer parts. They're only a little bit nibbled.
Oh, I think I have plenty to eat. Don't worry.
There's some dwarf. Oh, there was.
See the dragon just look from one to the next, giving you just a brief inspection. taking note of everything it's seeing.
Paper is just like giving them a like 2 thumbs up, like, "Hi, I'm friendly."
Yeah. Gregkin is giving her most charming smile.
I continue to anxiety eat food in the presence of the dragon.
Gregkin would like
I mean,
to
everyone-
step on Chop Chop's foot.
I now anxiety eat by saying "ow" with a full mouth.
But like, and what she thinks is a whisper. Stop it! Stop it!
Stop! What? What are you talking about? I'm doing nothing.
It's rude to eat in front of someone when they're not eating. Don't you know?
Oh, don't
You
worry.
hungry?
Don't even worry about it. I'll have
It makes me
food
nervous the way that he says that, guys.
soon enough.
That's fine. Keeps eating.
So excluding the fact that we don't want to be the food, is there anything else we can get you?
Oh. Well, disregarding what I may want, of course. You could open the back entrance to the cavern here so that I would have more of an opportunity to spread my wings, so that I wasn't quite bound here so, villainously.
So he's supposed to be here?
He is supposed to be
he?
here.
Okay.
Like, is a dragon a salary or something?
Paper just kind of points at the big gold pile.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
the dragon has a gold pile, but I'm saying does it
Is he
have
like
an
a-
incentive to come back?
Yeah, like
Right?
is he a prisoner or something? Like
Yeah,
Seems like
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
little of
dragon.
a little bee.
that's an important distinction.
Okay, well he'd have to move all of his hoard, so I don't think that he'd do that.
Probably not.
Hey, Paper, what do our orders say again?
What?
Does it check on him, right? Them?
I'm pretty sure we just had to check if the dragon was okay.
Mm.
What's that? Do stuff for?
Also,
Uh,
it's actually is the
Hmm?
dragon part of the union, or is he just, or
Yeah.
is it just part of the
Technically,
Catacomb dungeon?
yes, part of the unit.
Or is the dragon? Is it worse than that? Is the dragon a manager?
Technically, yes, part of the Union. It may not have willingly set up its horde here, but this is where it currently resides with its dragon horde in place.
Okay.
So we could like
Here,
ask the union
Mr. Dragon,
if the dragon
as a
can be
token
let
of
out.
gratitude for not
For now
eating
and
me,
again.
here's a gold coin. And
Yeah.
I toss a single gold coin to the horde.
Sorry, you guys were talking at the same time. What was that, Tiggy?
Yeah.
Sorry, we could ask back at the union if the dragon can be let out from time to time.
Yeah, I am going to. Would you pardon me? I have to check on something. I am going to slide out of the hall, and I am going to attempt to activate my crystal of communication.
Okay.
To talk with my supervisor.
Absolutely. You activate the crystal, hold it up to your ear, and there's just that lovely busy tone.
Just the it's like elevator music.
Like
It's the girl
elevator
from
music.
Ipanema.
With the occasional pause in the music of, "Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line."
Except with the
No.
goblin.
Paper. We're tossing a coin into the treasure pile.
Yeah, just as a token of gratitude for not eating me.
I will give anyone that wants to make it a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
Does my natty 20 carry over?
It does not, unfortunately.
Right now, this may be a bit of a stretch, but can I use accounting lore to, with the with the with the explanation that Paper already has a bit of experience in talking to superiors during the job and stuff.
Because it's a dragon, sure.
My stretch worked. Nice. But it didn't matter. Hero point. Why not? Might as well. I have 2 of them.
Oh gosh.
And all right. Okay.
Unfortunate.
Very. Yeah.
I think I'd prefer
Okay.
to roll lower. At least that's funnier.
You see the dragon, the aptly named Grim Berdir the Insane, just still has this wide grin on its face. And as you've been talking and figuring out what to do, it's just been letting out this smoke with every exhale. It started to kind of build along the floor. It seems perfectly content with you all at the moment.
At the moment.
Well, I'm gonna I know it's gonna hear me, but I'm definitely gonna be like, maybe we should go. Let's get out of here. We're
Can
done,
I tell
right?
him?
I'm afraid that we're gonna actually have to check in before making any structural changes to the dungeon, which unfortunately includes opening the back door. Very sorry, you understand. We have to follow the regulations.
Slowly, just backing away.
Can't tell if the smoke is just
Yeah.
smoke or if it's kind of like
It is
flammable
absolutely magical. It is a gas that is slowly starting to fill the chamber.
No.
Anyways,
We should
yeah,
leave.
we should.
You know that, and we'll just check right back with you. So
We gotta go.
you sit
Yeah,
tight,
he said
we'll be back before you know it.
As you all are just backing up towards the entryway, that smile fades, and
Oh,
it's
no.
just, oh, I don't think so.
Oh no.
Again, takes that giant inhale of breath. What would you guys all like to do?
Can I use the Ring of Ram, please?
Absolutely. How many actions?
It says, oh god.
For each action, I believe it does an extra 2d6 points of damage.
I would like to use all 3 of my actions, please.
Okay.
What's it? Is it a fortitude save? I don't know what it needs to beat.
A DC 22 fortitude save.
I have a question.
Mhm.
How many sizes larger than us is the dragon?
Dragon is only large, so only 2 sizes bigger.
I can grapple the dragon. Or at least I can.
It is a part of the union.
You're kind of like,
Or at least I can
Master, you
try
right
and,
with the pinky.
I can try, but I will not.
That's a success, but not a critical success.
You take
Half
it
damage.
takes half damage and is pushed half the distance. So I'll roll the full damage and then just half it.
Okay.
Which is 6d6.
6 damage.
Half of 23.
So 11 points of force damage, and it is physically just shoved back a couple feet.
Let's see, 5 per action, so half of 15.
So 5, I guess?
Hmm.
I can't really go 7. So it's pushed back enough that if it has an attack of opportunity, it's probably not close enough to make it. Anyone else?
Yeah, I guess
Paper's
realizing that we're
right now.
definitely not going to get away from this thing, I suppose I'm gonna, if we have 3 actions before initiative is rolled, just kind of unlimber the falchion, go again for the open. I'm going
Are
to
we-
try to.
I think we should just run.
A success, but not a critical success. So if you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +2 status bonus to damage against the thing. And then I'm gonna try to demoralize the dragon. What is life? I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay.
Fortune favors Chop Chop.
Yes.
31 is a failure.
Oh! Okay. That's so good. I'll stride towards it anyway. Whoops.
All right.
It's just like, why are we not running?
Chop Chop,
Right,
just
yeah.
full of bravado, charges the dragon. Anyone else?
No.
No?
I'm going to do the
Run?
complete opposite of what,
No.
of what Chop Chop just did. I'm going to run directly opposite to the dragon. You know.
Back into the maze?
I'm not running haphazardly. I'm avoiding the things I'm supposed to avoid.
Perfect.
Yeah, I am going to scamper and avoid as well.
Perfect.
Although I could try to, if I did try to grapple the dragon and succeeded, it would be really cool. I'm not gonna risk it. No way.
Okay. So I will only add people to the initiative that are actively squaring up with the Copper Dragon, which I think is just Chop Chop? Possibly Tiggy, because you used the Ring of Ram on it?
I did. It was an attempt at trying to, like... Because
on it too.
it was essentially to make sure that if it did breathe fire out of its mouth, that it wasn't aimed at us anymore.
You full disrupted that breath attack.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That was actually fun.
I can't wait to introduce everyone to my second Goblin Union member.
Right.
I heard Ring of the Ram, like, okay, we're gonna attack it. Here we go.
Yeah, Chop's charging, and the rest of us are all like, good luck!
Essentially, I've done
I'm
my
cheering
duty.
you on from
I'm
very, very
taking
far
all
away.
Further actions to run
Yeah.
away.
You hear our voices repeating into the dungeon.
Just throw you guys like that, just as a general order of combat. And somehow Paper goes before the dragon.
Nice.
All right.
Paper. You said you were running?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Or sir, not Paper, Chop Chop.
Yeah, I guess if literally everyone has turned around, Chop Chop will turn around the other way.
Here we go. That's the
I
one
mean,
I meant.
You
yes.
were
Thanks.
the midst
Thanks,
of
Chop
dungeon
Chop.
when we were
Appreciate what you were doing. We gotta go.
So really, the Copper Dragon gets to go first, and is just looking down at you, Chop Chop. Almost amused. And is gonna try to take a bite attack against you.
Okay.
I don't think it can miss.
It could roll a 1, maybe.
That's only a 28.
It's not a critical.
Holy. Yeah, it's not a critical.
I can't react because it hasn't been my turn yet.
That is
That is a lot of dice. Are you okay?
24 points of damage.
Okay.
And, yeah. Second action to grab you in its mouth.
Okay.
Third action to swallow you.
Here lies Chop Chop.
Well, it was nice working with you.
Chop Chop, you are alive. You can cut your way out of the dragon if you'd like to.
I can. I suppose I will put my hand on the nearest part of dragon throat I can get, and then I will touch of corruption it. What do you mean I didn't bring a one-handed weapon? Because I wasn't expecting to be ate by a dragon.
Oh no.
So we're gonna.
Oh, sorry, you actually get a reflex save from that. To avoid being swallowed.
Oh.
Are you trying to give the dragon acid
Okay,
reflux?
never mind.
Right.
Yeah, roll your damage.
So then
Or just-
it's
1d6 negative damage.
it's heightened to 3, so they take. I don't know why that didn't post early. 15 negative damage on a basic fortitude save.
I think you want them to roll that.
In
40?
okay. Goodbye, Chop Chop. That wildly critically succeeds.
No.
But that is 15 points of damage.
It's a critical. It's 0 points of damage
Oh,
because the
right.
whole thing is on a basic save. And then I guess I'm gonna. I can't really do a lot of much else. I'm gonna try to break free.
Yeah.
I'm technically still grabbed, yeah.
You are grabbed, but you still can just start swinging.
Okay. So we're gonna try to. I believe in my athletics check. I don't believe in my athletics check anymore.
This is just a normal attack.
I mean, I'm grabbed. Right. I'm getting it.
Physically,
ahead of
like,
myself.
traveling down the throat.
Okay, cool. So then, 25.
25 will hit. The inside.
4. I think I might have double clicked that for 20. Ignore the second one. My mouse is weird. 20 points of slashing damage.
I need to see what the... There's a certain amount of damage it has to take before it will just puff you back up. Okay.
In if it serves as any consolation, if Chop Chop does get eaten, the dragon will also go with it because soul poisoning.
The dragon killer taupe.
As
Okay.
you do.
Ziggy.
Okay, so as I watched, my companion was eaten.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, dragon's not really paying as much attention to me at the minute.
So much.
Even acid reflux, Gobbo in his throat. Tiggy will do a salute, run out the door.
And Tiggy is gone.
There is nothing I got.
Chop Chop. You have another turn. I was slightly incorrect. You can try to escape by rolling acrobatics or athletics, or you can just attack. You have either option.
Okay. So then, would a 23 have escaped?
It would not.
That's what I was afraid of. So I think I'm just gonna start swinging.
Go for it.
I don't have the unarmed strike. I probably can't acrobatics or athletics out. So we're just gonna channel our inner hand kill. I'm gonna kick your ass!
Can I can I, as I'm running away, can I make a perception check to detect the struggle going on?
You don't even need to. You can clearly see that Chop Chop was there, and now Chop Chop is no longer there.
Yeah, no, I can tell he's gone, but can I tell he is still alive and fighting?
There would really be no way to tell, other than the fact that the dragon now starts coughing very loudly, hacking up just waves of acid as Chop Chop is regurgitated back up and spit out onto the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that just seems like a normal part of eating Chop Chop, to be honest.
For what it's worth, for what it's worth, because of Dread Martial's stance, there's 6 more damage on the dragon. But I'm gonna run away now.
Anyways, we're out of there.
I don't think this is enough to kill you. You would take some
Gosh.
acid damage. Which is just 10 points of acid damage. Not enough to kill you.
I was gonna say, you know what you should be scared when the GM says, I don't think this is enough to kill you.
Right.
It was just 3d6 acid damage.
Personally, I was more disturbed when the DM said, "Okay, roll this die for me," and then just said, "Okay." That scares me.
Yeah, true.
With trap after trap passing by you as you all flee your way back up towards the surface. You...
Oh no, I'm not supposed to reset the traps once we're out of immediate dragon range. I'm a
Yeah,
professional.
I assume that you guys are making sure everything is set, cleaned, everything is as it should. But if you would like to roll for to reset that spike trap, you're welcome to do so.
What would that be?
That would be thievery, I'm fairly certain. Unless you have a more
Thievery,
applicable skill.
Yeah, I was thinking it would probably be repair or crafting.
Crafting, yep, absolutely.
Alright.
You need a
Can I
hand.
use
I have
thievery to
some.
assist?
I was going to say
Aid.
I can as well.
Yeah, if you guys want to
I
assist, go for it.
Can assist with the power of this.
And when you make the roll to assist, it doesn't have to be the same skill. It could be thievery, it could be perception, could be athletics to hoist him up there.
Could have told me that earlier. Athletics is my biggest skill.
Sorry.
It's my best skill.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Good roll.
Between all of you, the traps are reset. The skeletons just wave goodbye to you as you pass by and leave them to their quiet game of dice. The bats even come swooping down.
Skeletons are rolling some boats.
That did cross my mind. The bats do come down and, give you one last bat nuzzle before you are allowed to leave. Other than that, make your way back up to the surface, where the ghouls have not yet quite recollected, but by the time the next team comes through here to do this dungeon, the ghast will probably be right back here, and they'll have to clean them out too.
Yeah.
And with that, your mission is completed. The dungeon is taken care of, the animals are kept, dragon is alive and ornery and a real jerk.
Again, why it's called the insane now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need fellow union
No
members.
people skill.
I'm gonna ask Chop Chop if he's all right.
Yeah, just make it through the maze, okay?
So, quick math. It's 10 minutes of praying and then lay on hands again. Tracks to, I think in about 30 minutes, I'm back at full. Chop Chop probably just walks
Actually-
around with his chest like puffed out, very
Yeah,
full of
I'm gonna
blood.
try to. I'm gonna try to use medicine on.
I was gonna
I'm
ask if I can
try to-
also use medicine
Yeah.
as well, but I think
Absolutely.
you should do it for sure.
If he's like heavily bleeding, for some reason I thought it was a great idea to have a cauterizing torch. And I'd like
mean-
to be able to use it.
I mean, I was just hit by a copious amount of acid damage. I feel like I'm good and cauterized, mostly just squished.
Actually, hang on. Have this. And hands you a lesser healing potion.
Deal.
So bad.
Yeah,
Make it worse.
between all of you, I won't make you roll all of it out. But you're able to get your companion back to fighting shape. With a little bit of cauterizing on acid wounds, 'cause why not?
Wait. How's the bat?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm going back
Will you,
for the bat. Charges backwards.
will you roll a d20 for the bat's reflex save?
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
Oh
I believe in
man.
you, bat. You're the best bat.
You know those images of like animals being grabbed?
Oh.
It's a 6 on
No.
die, which is what the bat does. Die.
There is no more bat in your armor. It probably did not survive the dragon.
There's there's like
Sorry.
acid much fluff at the bottom of your armor though.
Just this little
Used to
one
be
sitting
the bat.
thing.
So gross.
Sorry
Oh.
about that mental image.
So, Nikki did give you guys luck, but there wasn't a ton of opportunities to use it. So, instead of having luck for a roll, I will give you luck in the form of giving you extra treasure.
Okay.
Nice.
Which means
So, like,
that,
we managed to grab things as we fled from the dragon.
Right? Like I'm just like
I mean, Tiki had the opportunity.
I did not.
Opportunity for. I was the only one with treasure. Till now.
So, I will give you the choice between a Staff of Necromancy, a Lion's Shield, or a Dagger of Venom.
I would say Chop Chop should get one
Shield.
of the first two as recompense for injuries suffered on the job.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Staff of Necromancy.
DM, what
Hmm?
happened to the food?
Oh, food's gone. It was gone before you even got to the dragon. Chop Chop has just been slowly devouring it.
Oh no.
Damn it.
I forage us some mushrooms, don't worry.
Fire adventuring part?
So,
Damn it, chop chop.
Oh,
Staff of Necromancy, Lion's Shield, or the Dagger of Venom.
Me?
Snazzy.
To speak frankly, if we're gonna play more than one session, I pick the one that is the most expensive with intent to sell because all of them are bad for my build. So like someone else can, if one of those sounds appealing to someone, by all means.
Dagger of Venom might be good for the investigator.
I would like
Cool.
the dagger of venom. I would like all the magic items, please.
I was thinking a staff and necromancy in case there's more skeletons, and then we can be like, hey, give us high fives.
Also, you guys don't have to decide that right now. We can decide that in between sessions.
Hmm.
But those are the
Sounds
three
good.
items on the table. We will say that your journey back is uneventful. You come across those same guards again, still hanging up those wanted posters. No luck yet.
They haven't gotten very far.
No. It doesn't look like they're trying very far. They probably get paid by the hour. It's like one tree every hour.
I mean, fair enough.
other than that, you guys will get paid a total of 100 gold apiece, in addition to the 120 that you had found.
So we'll split that up amongst ourselves, I assume.
You split it however you would like.
I'm
We
guessing that Tiggy will
split it.
want
Okay, I'll split the money, but I'm keeping the ring.
If we're
How many-
if we're splitting it evenly, then it's 24 each. I just did the math.
So everyone can add
24.
124 gold.
Yep.
And you're all level 6.
Better be level 6. I crit a CR12 dragon. You're welcome.
Oh, was it only
That's
12?
crazy.
Isn't
It's
it? I
level
saw a
12.
clever
So
dragon,
crazy.
And I'm just like, we're all fumbling. Oh god. Okay, we're doing
How many
this.
gold did I add again?
What was that?
It's how many gold did I add again?
124.
Right. fine.
Everyone gets 124 each.
I would honestly love more than anything else, an animation of the moment everyone else ran from the dragon.
Chop chop the brave. The master's pleased.
Yeah.
We're all backing up, and Chop Chop just goes, "Ah!" and runs through, and we're all like, okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Have fun. So with
Only
that,
added animation.
thank you guys so much for being here. You've been a lovely cast. I love this game so much. I love goblins. The little chaotic energy that anyone can bring. I love it. I want to give a massive thank you to everyone that's watching, to everyone that follows us, to everyone that likes to join us for this awesome tabletop adventure that we've started here at the Lost Caravan. And now, going clockwise this time, I want to give you guys a chance if there's anything you want to plug, any projects you're working on that you want people to check out. We'll start with Jackie, and you can plug away.
I don't have anything to plug. I have my Twitter.
Sure.
That's that. But besides that, I don't know.
Hey, go check out their Twitter. I mean,
Yeah.
I love all of the players we have on here, so absolutely go follow them, go check them out. Haley.
I will plug my Twitter as well, at Bruce Cayley. And I would also, since this is a union game, I would like to just give a big thumbs up to the paid workers who are unionizing.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
It seems appropriate. So, congrats, you guys.
Heck yeah. That
I had to
definitely
move my everything to like got the shirt.
got this shirt. That is definitely an amazing thing that I was so thrilled when I saw that was happening. But Tommy.
It was too. I harken back to days like the end of last summer, and it's like all the content creators are coming together. Like, what even do we do now? And then it turns into literally the best case scenario. But I'm rambling. My name is Tommy. I do a thing on YouTube called Black Dragon Gaming, up to and including basically everything Paizo has ever put out forever. On my immediate docket for next week, I have a bunch of boxes from Beetle and Grimm behind me with the I forget the official name, and now I sound like a fool on the internet. But the class guides that they made, which I will be reviewing top of next week. And then I have some stuff from a good buddy of mine, Quinn Murphy. He wrote book 2 of Strength of Thousands, and is working on a plug and play module for 2nd edition for specifically smaller groups. Like if you're only one person, you can use what he's calling Paragon mode to compensate for the severe lack of your party running away when you're going to solo a big dragon. Would have been cool in this instance. So
Very cool.
I don't know what that'll look like. It will look like something, and then a bunch of other content as well. But
Just real quick, shout out to our good friend Turk here with a raid of a whole bunch of people.
Yay.
You caught us at the very tail end, but thank you so much. We love you, buddy. We love you, raiders. We play all kinds of tabletop games. if you want to see games like Lancer and Locust and Scum and Villainy and more Pathfinder, give us a follow. Check out our Discord. It's where we do all the casting for these games. And yeah, you can come join us next time. We love having people around. Love basically everything about the tabletop community.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll jump over to Kane.
Hey, I'm Ken. You can find me on Twitter at KaneRussellArt. On Thursdays, I also do some Twitch streaming. You can watch me draw and wonder how the body works at 7 p.m. GMT on Thursdays. So that's it. It's 12 noon.
That's noon for me in
Hooper
Mountain
time.
Standard.
I call it Hooper time.
Hooper time.
I have art commissions open at the minute, and in my free time, I also do some D&D homebrew. Not quite got my head around the Pathfinder rules yet, but maybe I'll do some Pathfinder homebrew when I've figured it out.
Very cool. We'll get there. We will.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
All right. And last but not least, Holly.
Yes. I am at OMG Holly D on Twitter, and I'm only like 10 followers away from 100, which is a big deal to me. So I have a very one of my home channels is Brambleberry Games, and I play a Monster of the Week game every Wednesday. That will be starting back up in March. But I also on Thursdays play on The Lost Caravan. I play in this Scum and Villain game, and it is a blast. I'm still learning everything about this system and that system, so but yes, please be patient with me, and I had a great time today. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. We love having people new to the games because a lot of the games we play I'm brand new, so it helps me learn by helping to teach people, and it's a whole loving vicious cycle. But yeah, I am Andrew. I was our games master for the afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And I love Pathfinder. I love this cast. I love all of our games. I love our community. All of it. It's all amazing. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else. And with that, wish you a goodbye, a good afternoon,
And good night.
and we'll see you next time.
Some of you.
Bye.